Hello everyone, and welcome to another anime figure unboxing and review. I'm Polen, and today I'm unboxing a 1/8 scale figure of Saber and Saber Motored Cuirassier. This is a character from Fate Zero. This figure was manufactured by Good Smile Company, she was released in June 2012, and she got a re-release in May 2017. This one is from 2012. I got this figure from Amiami as a unopened pre-owned. So, as you can see, here's the front of the box with a huge window through which you can see pretty much everything. You can see the figure, the motorcycle, Saber's sword, and even the base. It all looks very nice in front of the blue interior of this box. In the top left corner there's a Fate Zero logo. At the bottom is the figure's name, Saber and Saber Motored Cuirassier. Under that is a small text, 1/8 scale painted figure, sculpted by Takayuki Kawahara. And in the bottom right corner is a Good Smile Company logo. Here's one side of the box with a very nice picture of the figure. There's again the figure's name and a Good Smile Company logo. And at the top is a small window. Unfortunately, you can't see much through that window. At the back of the box there's another huge picture of the figure with 4 small pictures at the bottom. There's also some information in Japanese and a sticker of authenticity. And again a Fate Zero logo in the top left corner and the figure's name. On the other side of the box is another nice huge picture and again the figure's name and a Good Smile Company logo. Here's the top of the box with again a Fate Zero logo and the figure's name. There's also a pretty big window, unfortunately you can't see much through this window. And here's the bottom of the box with again the figure's name, a Good Smile Company logo and some information in Japanese. Now let's open the box and take out the figure. Overall, I think this box design is awesome. It's simple, everything, even the box interior is clearly visible through the front window, the pictures are nice and big and there's not too many logos. I think the only downsides are the figure's name repeating on every side, and it's not possible to see much through the top and side windows. But I guess these windows are there just to let some light into the box. Like I said before, the interior of the box just looks awesome. It has this mix of blue colors and it reminds me of ocean water. There's an instruction in Japanese. And here you can see the figure in plastic packaging. Here you can see all the parts. There's the base for the figure Ultra Pendragon, her motorcycle, her sword Excalibur, and 2 small pieces that need to be attached to the motorcycle. Putting together this figure took me about 3 minutes. It's not difficult, but the motorcycle has a lot of small parts that can break, so I wanted to be extra careful. So here's the figure, Saber and Saber Motored Cuirassier. I have to say she looks really amazing. I love it when figures have a dynamic pose, and in my opinion, out of all the figures in my collection, this figure has the second best pose, with number 1 being a 1/7 scale figure of Saber Alter, also by Good Smile Company. Saber's outfit is pretty simple. She has a black suit, a black tie, black gloves, a silver belt buckle, a purple shirt, and very nice glossy brown shoes. Her outfit does have a lot of small details, but because most of her outfit is in one black color, many small details are not visible in poor light. Saber's face looks very good. You can see anger and determination in her green eyes. She has very nice, very detailed and dynamic yellow hair. And her sword Excalibur has silver, gold and dark blue colors, and it also has a good amount of details. Now moving on to the motorcycle, it's just amazing. There are so many details that it would take me like half an hour just to mention all of them, so I'm going to talk only about a few things. First, let's start with something that I didn't expect, and it's the motorcycle seat. I expected it to be hard plastic, but it's actually soft. You can see in this clip that it's soft like a real seat. Next, the wheels. I don't know why, but I expected them to spin, but they don't. And it makes sense for the back wheel because it connects to the base with a metal peg. But the front wheel just sits loose on the base. However, it is possible to move the front wheel left and right. And while I'm talking about the front of the motorcycle, it's worth mentioning that Saber's right hand, the one that is holding the motorcycle handle, does move a little bit in all directions to make it easier to put this figure together. And the last detail that I'd like to mention is that at first glance the motorcycle engine might look the same on both sides, but it's actually different. Next, let's talk about colors. The motorcycle is mostly black and silver, but there are some other colors too. Most of the motorcycle is in a matte silver color, but a few small details and the exhaust pipes have a glossy silver color that from a distance resembles chrome. Matte black color is used for the engine and some small details, but there's also glossy black used for some cables at the front and springs and shock absorbers at the back. On the front of the motorcycle there are these decorations in dark blue color. Something that you probably noticed is that there are few transparent blue pieces on both sides, at the back and on the motorcycle engine. But something that you might have not noticed is that there are a few bolts on this motorcycle in gold color. Now let's talk about the base, and let me start with I love it. It has this rough texture that resembles asphalt. There's this one white line. There are black lines and damage done to the road, especially by the back wheel, and of course in the front of the figure is a Fate Zero logo. Also the base has two metal pegs, one connecting to the back wheel and one to Saber's left foot. The paint on this figure is almost perfect. The only paint imperfection that I could find on this figure is a little bit of black paint on the front of her hair. Overall, I think this figure is fantastic. The pose is amazing, it's very dynamic and just looks awesome. There's a ton of details, especially on the motorcycle, and the base looks great. This instantly became one of my favorite figures in my collection. I guess the only downside of this figure is that when looking at her from the top and from the bottom, you can't see much of her face, so she has to be displayed on a shelf at eye level to look the best. Other than that, there's nothing bad I can say about this figure. She's a must-have for every fan of the Fate series. And that's my unboxing and review of 1/8 scale figure of Saber and Saber Motored Cuirassier from Fate Zero. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please give it a like and tell me in the comments what do you think about this figure. I am posting a new video almost every week, so please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my anime figure unboxings, reviews and other videos. Also, if you want, you can add me on my figure collection, and if you'd like to see pictures of my figures and Nendroids, you can check my Instagram. Links in the description.